Yeah, well, I don't dislike name, image, and likeness. I'm all for the players. I want players to do well. Our players did extremely well last year. They made over $3 million in name, image, and likeness. So I'm all for the players, being able to do as well as they can and use their name, image, and likeness to create value for themselves. And, the thing that I have, sort of expressed not concerns about, but there's got to be some uniformity in protocol of how name, image, and likeness is implemented. And I think there's probably a couple factors that are important in that. How does this impact competitive balance, in college athletics? And is there transparency to maintain fairness across the board in terms of college athletics? And how do we protect the players? Because there's more and more people that are trying to get between, the player and the money. The biggest concern is, how does this impact and affect recruiting? Because on the recruiting trail right now, there's a lot of people using this as inducements to go to their school by making promises as to whether they may or may not be able to keep in terms of, what players are doing. And I think that, that is what can create a competitive balance issue between the haves and the have-nots. And we're one of the haves. So, don't think that what I'm saying is a concern that we have in Alabama, because we're one of the haves. Those are the concerns that I have in terms of, how do we place guidelines around this so that we can maintain a competitive balance. There's no competitive sport anywhere that doesn't have guidelines on how they maintain some kind of competitive balance. And I think that's important to college football. I think it's important to fans. That's why they have rules in the NFL where you have a salary cap. You have a difficult schedule. If you have a successful season, you draft later. If you have a successful season, you draft early. If you have an unsuccessful season, and all these things are created so that there is competitive balance, which is great for the game and it's great for fans. So name, image, and likeness is not an issue for us at Alabama. And our players, I think, did better than anybody in the country last year.